Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, Presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's Mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Well, who could turn down an invitation like that? To Golden Ridge, Commander?
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Heard and acknowledged, Commander.
Saw what happened to the relay from... I'm glad we were able to convince all the Westport townsfolk to go to Fairfield when we could. Oh, law. Now Milver Street's gonna boast about snatching those folk from the jaws of death, ain't he? Good luck.
It was great. This one was from Niles, right? It was great meeting you, Niles. You're right. An agent's life is a busy one, and there's little time for meeting with citizens to say farewell in person. But we are happy to be of service. As for your question, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't become an agent if you put your mind to it. It only requires hard work and a dedication to the greater good. I have no doubt that you have what it takes to be one of the best and the brightest, Niles. Good luck to you. And look me up if, or should I say when, you become an agent.
So close to the action.
Passenger, you are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Wow. This station's sure gone to scrap since I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin.
Lest you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's Mercy and meet with that avid Bassar agent.
Stranger, the Order bids you welcome, but also In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here. I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end. Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. Not quite certain why the attack was launched, but that is not under my purview. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures, they wisely chose the path of diplomacy. Seems I was mistaken. They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why your safest path now is the one that leads to Matriarch's Mercy. The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such. People will turn to anything to ease their discomfort during times of crisis, I suppose. They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's forces call them scrappers, and uses them for just that, gathering scrap materials. Excessive abuse of stimulants has made them severely unbalanced and prone to violence. They've also been known to pose as refugees, to lure their victims into ambushes. There are several camps of them northwest of here. I'd strongly advise keeping your distance. The creatures are of the genus Varachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human, and exceedingly willing to do so.
All our efforts add to the equation.
Chemically enhanced societal cast-offs who have succumbed to a life of pilferage. A healthy degree of circumspection remains advised. Invasive species deposited nearby Auntie's Choice have been determined to be territorial, toothsome, and aggressive. Travelers are instructed to closely monitor their surroundings at all times while remaining inside.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Another refugee? All right, step. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. That a fact? Well, I was going to give you a friendly warning, but since you don't have the time, I'll leave you to wonder. So be it. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how...
I remember this place before the war.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the order defecting, there's no putting this scrap back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions. But it could use a little...
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Broke my... I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right, Matt?
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
You used at least 2 words I ain't sure I know. And I already forgot the question. No? I think.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention. Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy. Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say, whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never... Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a cicada to feed.
Look, your nose was just a stick. Oh.
By the law. It's you.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm. Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the N-Ray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Indeed, they began showing up with their inane theories prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate. Always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Thank you for proving my thesis statement.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
You beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle?
Where to first, man? Enray Rames, Uranium Manufactory, or Outpost Opportunity?
Friends, neighbors, please use shelter. This unit lacks pharmaceutic resources to
Do you
provide
believe
medical
Arcadia
care
shall
Earth
ever
Directorate
return?
standards to populations exceeding 7.5 persons.
Cogitate before you agitate. Some useful guidance for those newly residing in Matriarch's Mercy. Personal belongings unattended and disposable. Sanitation infrastructure. Location only. Hygienic products are
Architect. I hope this does not turn back into an act of war. This is the Order's anti-air control center. Anyone have specific business here?
laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zerania Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? We don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir.
This is Factor Maytugian. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
not getting down below until you talk to me. So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Interesting timing. May I see it, then? The writ? Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's choice. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for redistribution. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have potentially identified the culprit, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations. This facility has been an archetypical example of constancy and regularity. Ergo, the last place anyone would predict anything unpredicted would occur. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders.
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation.
I'd like to know
Farewell.
why our illustrious seer provided zero warning beforehand. The Proctor's a low-functioning functionary at best. I mean, just look at this mess. That explosion.
Well, running a manufactory must require extraordinary fastidiousness.
Little good that's doing us now. Little good that'll do us.
Initiate Alva, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at once.
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Emergency detoxification initiated. What's her name took over? Things have been a mite haywire.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. It's less what happened than who happened. Initiate Alva, that is. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. Her role was to launch transport pods of volatile uranium to collection points in space. Not at the outposts of our rivals. Those poor, short-sighted commercialists. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
The Varroa as slavering when it attacks. How much viscous fluid would you estimate was involved?
I don't know anything about the fluid's volume. Thing attacked. I shot it. There's goo all over the spot it emerged. There's a back me.
Of course she's hiding something. You think those 2 exemplars just fell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Hello, a visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire?
Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend. Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
Oh, my. That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. Though technically speaking, they did kill each other. There was a scuffle. Their weapons fired. It was a most unfortunate thing. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you, and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. All right, fair enough. Understood. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against law.
Investigator? May all your endeavors add to the equation. back, I hear. Don't see Antis being too disappointed.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others, which I respect. Good manners cost nothing, I always say.
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. You suspect me somehow? One must keep one's eyes wide open in such times, I suppose. Now, I believe you had an update for Initiate Alva.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to affect the falsification. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Proctor Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying.
Ah, yes. Suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium overflow venting has gone completely haywire. Oh, what else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, I have something for your time and effort. Well, as a fellow student of science, you'll be especially interested in what I have to offer. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours. Tremendous. Why, this day may average toward the positive yet. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results. Results. Yes, yes, I have had my fill of stochastic uncertainty. Certainty today.
Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her. Just blended in.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Svoboda sure has it out for that bitch. Guess I would too if Alva had killed a bunch of my colleagues.
Yes. Suppose you... I'd been hoping and... might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, we developed a pharmaceutical May deliberate endeavors begin expected results. I see my choice in you was well-founded. Zeranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it. This is anecdotal feedback at best, but I find sometimes a gift helps. Something that makes one feel deserving. And by assisting me, you have proven this. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations, can't miss it, unless you do. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees to the northeast from here. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the encoding of memory. Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, and my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay. I am greatly grateful you were...
Vector's been in there a while now.
May all your theories prove true.
Not to be an armchair functionary, but the Proctor isn't even close to approaching the...
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Something about that Alpha doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way out. May all your theories prove true.
were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is, always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from here? I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you dears to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only part of this that seems certain. You are far more capable than some back manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint. I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department... They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called evidence was likely laid there for someone to discover. By a party with years spent in hiding. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Would have been nice to perform that search before there was a corpse in the room, but pickers and choosers.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. Used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the others. Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Clemens? The archivist? Ah, that follows, I suppose. Still more that I missed. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Sure, I could use a few ticks off my feet. Leg has been aching a bit. But hey, you need me, you know where to find me. And don't let that one stray outside your peripherals, if you take my meaning.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here today. And I appreciate your efforts.
Perhaps it would be advantageous to...
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Hunkering down.
Can't attack what's not there. Locking them down.
Emergency protocol service
Adversary negative. Recharge incomplete.
Conditions of outpost opportunity are less than optimal.
Let me bottom. I'm taking cover. Someone
back and scan.
Protocols not yet charged.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Confronting threat.
Standing by to stupefy.
Emergency protocols ready.
Combat probable. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Taking the fight out of them. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down. I'm ready.
Promoting teammate.
Combatant scanned. Need to finish recharging first.
Ready to accept the agent's help needs.
Torpificator is charged. We made it. Probably could use some help.
Blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked? You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? A what? Is that like some kind of contractor? Are you looking for a job? Because I have neither the requisite paperwork nor the time to fill it out. Go hustle somewhere else. Yeah? Well, what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what? Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. And normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn auto docs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the auto docs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your a message. There's been a murder at one of our forts. Trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for. This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old, head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down. Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back. Then why buy...
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you walking through my triage? Help, huh? Well, that would be greatly appreciated. We need compression coils. The attack left more wounded than I have supplies for, plus a hefty amount of uranium poisoning. And the coils on our auto docks have worn out. Without them, they can't convert raw materials into the medicaments needed to help the soldiers heal. As many as you can. There's so much more work than I can handle. It's only by getting these 3 defunct autodocs back online that I can hope to save most of these folk. Auntie dropped extra compression coils in pods from orbit to help our advance, but they landed everywhere. Though I heard some are in the no man's land between the battle lines. Many thanks, but please hurry. These folk ain't got much time.
Anticipating request. This unit's compression coils are currently in use. Please acquire compression coils elsewhere.
Torpificator at ready status. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Standing by with life support.
Combatant scan. Target analyzed. Lay down. Fire.
Mitigating the threat. There be none.
Vulnerabilities identified. Have a fix on their weaknesses. analysis.
You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coils. Lovely. Every coil gets us that much closer to... It's a start. Thank you. Please. You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us Well, it's...
Update records. This unit has some questions for Agent Delgado, also known as the Endpoint.
No need to be so formal, my mechanical friend. Marisol is fine. Now, what would you like to know?
How many persons have you eliminated in the course of your work for the Order?
Oh, well, causality intercessor never kills and tells. But because you asked so nicely, upper teens, let's say? Who can keep count? I mean, I can, of course, but I don't.
Acknowledged. Updating count to an estimated 5,017. Please observe that this outpost remains relatively undamaged despite recent hostilities. Further investigation is warranted. Attention. Nearby Mantisaur is deviating from typical fish-friendly behavior.
Hey, damage-prone daredevil. You're getting battered and bruised, brutally battling Auntie's enemies. So we're honoring your sacrifice by winning the war.
Stranger, please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch. Durbin! Oh, that's great! He's bound to see the truth of this and let me go. Abner's trying to pin this on me, and it ain't right. Hell no, I didn't do it. I actually like Chief Cuddy. He was pretty alright for a guy who's angling for executive. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it. I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it. And he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now. We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here. It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But we ate Sisty stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no Crabble in Sisty stew. Yup. Cuddy had told everybody about his allergy, repeatedly, over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him Crabble knowing that. But that's still gotta be how he died. So, I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find Crabble anywhere. No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy. He will. He has to. It's the truth. I didn't murder nobody. Please, make him understand.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort? Durbin sent you? Why? You certainly ain't a certified pre-inhumation inquisitor. Oh, lovely. And just what is it you think you can do for me? You ain't even carrying a masticating tissue scrutinator. You just gonna guess what manner of poison killed folk? What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it. What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned Sisty stew. Stew that I Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you say Crabble? Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head. Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it, and didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned crabble stock. What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have... At least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career total secret? Well, no. Not yet you haven't. See, I can't just let Bardot go. There'd be questions, accusations, and assumptions as to who was responsible, and that's no kind of solution. And even worse, since there's apparently nobody coming to do an autopsy, I might have to just send Bardot to the claim to start her sentence on all available evidence. Absolutely. That's only fair. I'll both free Bardot and compensate you for your effort. So we got this thing. An acidic dematerializer that we use to melt mantisaur dung, so it don't call in the local wildlife. But it'll actually work on anything. That means if someone used it to melt Cuddy, there would be no body, which would mean no autopsy, which would mean no evidence, which would end the investigation. I'd do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise inspection, so I can't leave. But if you go find one and melt the body, I'll make it worth your while. Yes, that's exactly it. Now just head over to Cuddy's corpse and make it disappear. Well, really, make it turn into a small puddle. But that's neither here nor there. Thank law. You'll find Cuddy inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards. It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base. Then come back and tell me when I've got no more evidence to hold Bardot and can draw this whole thing to a close.
What's happening? Are you making any progress? Thank you, but please hurry. I've got severe claustrophobia, and being locked in this town...
Commander.
You ain't got clearance to come this way. One step more and you die. Closing in.
Amplificator at ready status.
I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing. Which is a surprise to both of us, I'm sure. Thank you for your help. You've saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us.